On my right here, you'll see a 1967 Ford Thunderbird. As I mentioned, the Thunderbird is a very famous mark or brand for the companies. You don't have to even mention that it's a Ford Thunderbird. We know it. Everyone knows the car. This particular vehicle actually is on the exact same platform as a Mustang. The 66 Mustang came out in 64, 65, and in 66 it shared the same platform as this vehicle. Problem with the Ford Motor Company at the time was that this car and the earlier Thunderbirds were sort of a bit muscly and rock and roll, and that stepped on the toes or the idea of the Mustang. So what they've done in this particular year for the first time in 1967 was to make it a bit more upscale, a bit more luxury. So it's considered to be the gentleman's muscle car, so to say. Brings it closer to the Lincoln family, but separated it from the Mustang. This 5th generation Thunderbird has a 428 cubic inch motor and has a weight of about 2 tons exactly. Luckily a lot lighter than the Lincoln Continental, but with the Mustang power, it does move pretty good. The interior of the vehicle is completely surprising. It has so many luxury items and bizarre oddities that you definitely need to read the manual twice to understand how to operate this car. The interior of this vehicle has a lot of luxury amenities, not only the aluminum and the wraparound rear seats, but it's mostly famous for the designer who actually designed the interior, is a gentleman by the name of Sid Mead. Now you'd have to be a car buff or a movie buff or a feature film buff to know who this is. He's the designer who did movies such as Blade Runner, all the vehicles, sets, and scenes. So before Sid Mead quit Ford Motor Company, he designed the interior of this car. And it has all his classic touches, like the airplane and jet engine switches for operating the lights and the air conditioning and the wipers. Also the wraparound feel, the driver orientation was something that he really started. I love the exterior of this vehicle because of its front and rear ends, from dead front or dead rear. In the front, it's very unusual because it's just one large black hole. In the rear, it's similar with a very large red extake or intake or whatever you want to call it that houses all the lighting features. The best lighting feature is definitely the rear end. The turn signal is a sequential turn signal. You can see it blinking to the left or the right every time you move. Beautiful imagery. The front end has a completely different feature. When you turn the lights on, suddenly out of nowhere behind the shadows comes the flip-ups to see the headlamps come and shine in front of the road. Both of these vehicles are ideal for using in any type of media event, whether it be film, commercial use, music video, or location for special event. The Lincoln Continental is obviously the most well-known vehicle because of its presence in the media already. So thanks again for your attention. If you believe one of these cars could star in one of your productions, please contact me via my website, and see you on the road.